Hi guys, Nancy here from Loombicious. Today we will be making the Rhino bracelet. I only have the head completed, of course. I will do the bracelet now. We're going to start with the head. Let's just begin. We're going to start with the ears. I'm turning my loom for this. The ear will be completely double looped. So start with a double loop band on your middle row. Make sure your loom is in this position. So a double looped band there. I'm using gray. I guess you guys will too. Completely double looped. So all I'm doing is placing double loop bands. So follow me, 3 double loop bands there. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. And we have to place a 4th here. Try to place them so they aren't twisted, and we need to overstretch 1 double looped gray band like this. This will be 1 ear, and we need to cap off the tip of the ear with a single gray band by wrapping it around 4 times like this. Now we can loom. Simply grab the first double loop band you come across, loom that one over. Mine always seems to get stuck, I don't know why. Maybe I need to spray my bands with something, or my loom with silicone spray. I still would need to try that. Like this. Loom over this one first. And then continue looming up. This will be a tiny ear. A rhino doesn't have big ears. What I also want to try is a hippo. Will have even smaller ears. Just get the ear of your loom. You have to make 2 of them. I already made my second one. Store it on a hook or toothpick. And we will need that for the top of the head. So make a second ear. Very easy to make. Let's start with the top of the head. 2 bands all the time. I'm using gray again. So these are 2 bands. 2 gray bands at a time. Same on the opposite side. Now the row in the middle, you have to place 3. Well, 3 times 2 bands. Like this. 2 bands going diagonally this way. And 2 going this way. Cap off the top. Well, this is the front of the head, but with a single band by wrapping it around 4 times. Can't get it done like that. 2, 3, 4. Make it look neat, because this will be in front of your rhino head. Now we're gonna put on the horizontal bands, 2 bands at a time. Make triangles like this, and another one like that. That's it for the top of the head. So now we can loom. So go behind your cap band, grab the first 2 bands you come across, and loom over to that side. Get behind the cap band again, grab the next 2 bands you come across, loom up the middle entirely. Let me see, I did attach the ears onto that peg. But actually, let me check something. Yeah, this is on the last. I didn't wrote it down. Just loom up the entire thing and we will attach the ears from our hook. It really doesn't matter how we attach them, to be honest. They're the same. So get one ear around your hook. You can actually decide yourself if you want to have this on the left or right side. Simply lift up those last excuse me, 2 bands and slide over the ear. That's it. And replace. It's actually the same thing if you put it around this peg and you loom, it will flip over like this. So this is also a way of attaching the ears. Doesn't matter. Now this one, get the other ear around your hook. Let me see. Does it really matter how we attach this? No, it doesn't. Simply lift up those last loomed set of bands, slide over the ear and replace. That's it. This will be the top of your rhino head. Make sure those bands aren't twisted. Mine are, of course. I hope yours aren't. Now tie off those 3 ends with a single band. You will remove this anyway, so doesn't matter what color, to be honest. Like this, then you can get the top of the head of your loom. And then we're going to do the middle portion of the head. Back my hook. Like this. This will be the top of the rhino head. You can stick your hook through that cap band and pull on it a bit. So this will look like this. You can put this aside. We don't need it just now. Yeah, the middle portion of the head. 2 bands, 2 gray bands at a time. 2 there. 2 here. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to go down 5 times in total on the side. So these are 2 bands at a time. Also do this on the opposite side. 2 bands at a time. Yeah, those are 2. I thought I had 3. But I didn't. Now the row in the middle. Still with 2 bands at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take 3 bands, 3 gray bands, place them there. So those are 3 gray bands there. Let me see, are we there yet? 3, those are 2, yeah. I'm turning my loom to do my double loop bends, so that's all I'm doing. Put a double loop gray band here. And then put 2 bands on again. Like this. Am I doing this right? Yes, I'm doing this right. Now place a double loop band in the middle. And place another double loop. Oh, this one is stretched out. Another double loop band, gray band in the middle. Let me see. I haven't looked at this design for a while, so I do have to check it now and then. Now take 2 gray bands and place them beneath that double loop band. I do the same thing on the opposite side. A double looped band, then 2 bands like this. Then we need to place 2 bands diagonally. The order doesn't matter if you do this one first or the opposite side. It really doesn't matter. And 2 diagonally this way. Well, that's about it for the snout, I guess. Going to do the horizontal bands, 2 bands here. Let me check, is that correct? 2 bands at the bottom. Yeah, that one is double looped. A double looped gray band now. Place that one here. Make triangles like this, just follow me. Another double looped horizontal band like this. That is the 3rd. The rest of the horizontals will be with 2 bands at a time until we reach the top of the loom. 2 bands there. 2 bands, and we need to place one more with 2 bands. Like this. Now we need to create some pointy thingy. This thingy. If you can see that. Can you see it's pointy? I hope you guys can. We need to create this. It's quite simple to do this. I'm turning my loom again. Use a single gray band, double loop it. Cap off this band with a single gray band by wrapping it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the pointy thingy. We need to loom this, of course. Loom this tiny thing. Get it off your loom. And this will function as a cap band now. So we need to attach this. Why is this so loose? I actually have no idea. Well, it doesn't matter. We need to attach this on the tip of the snout. So this will function as a cap band and give a pointy thingy to the snout. Snout. Yeah. We also need to make some horns. You can decide yourself if you want to attach a big horn and a small horn. You can only choose to place a big horn and don't place the small horn. But I will show you how to attach them both, so you can always cut one off later if you don't like it. We will start with the big horn. Use 3 white bands or any color you want to use for your horn. Now grab 2 white bands, grab a single white band and double loop it. And another white band, double loop it, a single white band. This will be the big horn. Cap off the horn with a single white band by wrapping it around 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to loom this. This will be the big horn. And you can even make it bigger if you like, or smaller. You can decide yourself what you like best, but I think this is okay. You can actually leave this on your loom for now. I am taking it off a bit. This will be the big horn. And I'm leaving it on my loom like this. For the small horn, a single white band, double loop it, and cap off with a single white band by wrapping it around 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to do this, but I will show you guys how to do it, because if you do want your rhino to have 2 horns, well, you will know how to do that. You can also leave this on your loom. Yeah, we need 2 black bands soon. We need to make the eyes first. I almost forgot. Grab your eye color. I did blue on this one. I will be doing green now. So wrap a eye color band around 2 times. Grab a black band, wrap it around 4 times. Like this. Grab your eye color band again, wrap it around 2 times. So the good part of the eye will look like this. And you have a cross on the back. But that's supposed to be like that. Grab a single gray band, double loop it. And we need to slide over all of these bands onto that gray band. Take your time for this. So the eye will look neat. Something like this. And let me see where to attach it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on the 4th peg. I'm turning my loom because the good part of the eye need to face to the tip of the snout. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 4th peg on the side. To the 5th peg in the middle. The good part of the eye need to face to the tip of the snout like this. So the cross is facing to the back of the head. The second eye, same thing. Eye color band, wrap it around 2 times. A black band, wrap it around 4 times. And your eye color band, wrap that around 2 times again. Like this. Grab a single gray band. I need to pull all of those bands onto that double loop gray band. Like this. Try to make this look as neat as you possibly can. I know those are bands. Sometimes they do want to look neat, sometimes they don't. and attach that onto the opposite side of the other eye. So the 5th peg in the middle to the 4th peg on the side. And let the good part of the eye face to the tip of the snout. Like this, and then I believe we're ready to loom. Yes, we are. I ain't forgetting anything. No, not another horn. Go behind your cap band / tip of the snout. Loom over once to the side. Now get back behind the cap band again. Loom over the other 2 diagonally bends. And we can also do those 2 bends. And I believe we can loom up once more in the middle. Stop there. Now grab a black band, wrap it around your hook 4 times. You don't have to do this, but I will show you guys anyway. You can always take it off later if you really don't like it, but I do think these nostrils are okay. But you can decide yourself if you like them or not. Lift up those 2 bands. We need to slide over if you can get all of them. I need to turn this around, then I can get them better. Yeah, slide over that black band and replace those 2 bands like this. This will be 1 nostril. The other one, get a black band, wrap it around your hook 4 times. Do the same thing, lift up those 2 bands, slide over the nostril band, and we need to replace it. Like this. Now grab your big horn. This will curve in a certain direction. Place it onto your hook like this, bending that way, because the curve will be towards his eyes actually, because we will lift up these bands, those double loop bands we loomed, and we need to slide this over and replace the double loop band. That's all. Now your horn is attached there. Yeah, let's do the middle first. Loom up once more. And now we need to take a small horn if you want that one attached. You don't have to do this, but I think it's cool. A baby rhino would not have such a big horn, and definitely not a second horn. So it's up to you what you want to create. Simply lift up those second set of double loop bands and slide over that small horn onto there. And replace those double loop bands. And that's it. Now your horns are attached. Loom up once more. Those are 3 bands. But don't loom any further yet, because we need to attach the top of the head there. First loom up the sides. I'm going to do this side first. Just follow me. I will tell you guys when to stop or when to continue looming. Stop here, don't loom the last set. Same thing on the opposite side. Make sure you go behind all your horizontal bands. And don't loom those. Also go behind all of those eye bands. Don't loom the last set, stop here at this point. We need to attach the top of the head on those 3 pegs. Now grab the top of your head. You will have to get this onto your hook upside down, so the ears will need to face down. Get your hook through the first loomed set in the middle row. So not through the cap band, but through the first loomed set of bands. I will remove my... If you pull this, you can see many holes. You have to stick your hook through this hole. You can check the top if you got 2 bands on both sides. Yeah. So it should be on your hook like this. If you have your hook down, the ears will face down. So get it onto your hook like this. Get through the first set of 2 loomed bands in the middle row, like this. Now, go behind the eye bands and grab those 2 bands down there. Just get them through, don't loom them, but slide over the top of the head, or pull those 2 bands through the top of the head, and then loom over, like this. Then continue looming up twice and stop there. That's about it. Now we can attach those 3 loose ends. You can leave the tying bands if you want to. I will remove them, so I'm sure I have all of the 4 bands around the peg. Well, the set in the middle need to be attached onto the peg in the middle. Then loom over the last set. If you don't dare to stretch the top of the head this far, it can be done, but if you don't want to, you can remove the snout, so there's less tension onto these bands. These will be attached to the side. Get them around the peg, and then you can loom over the last set. And the last set we need to attach. Stick your hook through, remove the tying band, or don't. Do as you like to loom yourself. I like to do it like this. Because it happened to me a lot of times that when I removed that tying band, I simply missed one band, or I did stick my hook through the wrong way, so it will come off completely. I don't want that. Now grab that last set. If you can see them, I can't. I need to turn my loom. And then we need to tie off the new 3 ends. I will reuse my tying bands this way. Now you can take the top of your rhino head of your loom. Do this carefully, especially with the double loop bands. There's a lot of wind here. I don't know if you guys can hear this on the video. It's almost like a storm. I'm in my attic here. Maybe you guys can't hear that at all at the video. I don't know. I'll have to listen to it myself. Yeah. Cool, I love the green eyes. I'll get the rhino, top of your rhino head off the loom. Yeah, cool. I'll mold this, squeeze it until you are pleased with it. You can pull out the eyes a bit, make them look neat if necessary. Otherwise, don't do anything at all. If you're pleased with it, don't do anything. And this will be the top of your rhino head. Cool. The big horn. Yeah, this is cool. I love the green eyes. And the nostrils. I think they are supposed to be there. Like this. Now we're going to do the bottom jaw. So let's do that. Let me check my design. Yeah. Place 2 bands at a time now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down 5 times with 2 bands. Same as the middle portion of the head. I'm sorry, guys. That frog doesn't want to go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th time. Same thing on the opposite side. These are all 2 bands. And they're gray. Really? Yeah, really. Oh, I really want to try a hippo bracelet with a huge mouth and big teeth. Yeah, we'll try that one too. Anyway, 2 bands at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why didn't I write down anything there? Let me check. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's correct. Also go down in the middle with 2 bands at a time. And 5 times. Same thing. Like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why didn't I write down? I didn't write down a double loop band there. 1, 2, 3 double loop bands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm sorry, guys. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a double loop band. Yeah, it is. Now we're going to place double loop bands. Place a gray double loop band here. And a gray double loop band there. So there are 2 double loop bands there. Yeah, that's correct. Also on the opposite side, double looped gray there. And a double looped gray here. I need to place 3 double loop bands in the middle. I don't know why I did this way, but yeah, I really did this way. Yeah, so I'm not second guessing myself. Just place a double looped band in the middle. 3 double loop bands need to be there. That's why I will always want to turn my loom. So 3 double loop bands onto the middle row. Now we have to place them diagonally this way. Also double looped. And one going this way, also double looped. And we need to cap off the bottom with a single gray band by wrapping it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. We need to make a tongue. So take a pink band, double loop it, another pink band, double loop it, another one, double looped, and another one, double looped. And we need to cap that off with a single band by wrapping it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3. And if it wants to, a 4th time. Yeah. This will be the tongue. You can loom this, but we don't need it just yet. Go behind the cap band, grab the double loop band, loom over. I'll simply loom this, the entire tongue. We don't need it just now, but you can. Why? You can leave this here. We will need it later. Let me see, what else do we need to do? The horizontal band, of course. How can I forget? A double looped gray band. Make a triangle like this. Another double looped gray band. Place it here. Another one. The rest of them will be with 2 bands at a time. So grab 2 gray bands, make a triangle like this. Another set there. Another one. And the last, also with 2 bands. Like this, and this will be the bottom jaw. So we can loom. Go behind the cap band you placed. Grab the first double loop band you come across, if you can get them. And loom over. Go behind that cap band again. Grab the next double loop band. And loom over. And get this double loop band. And loom up. Until, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Loom up once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess so. Loom up once more, like this. And now we're gonna take our tongue. So get the tongue of your loom. And attach that onto the peg we just loomed up to. Will be the 4th from the top of your loom. 4th peg. Attach it there, like this. Then we can continue looming up twice more, like this. And don't continue any further. Now we can do the sides. Loom up. We do need to attach the top of the, the middle portion of the head, of course. And I will need to see when after the double looped. Yes, don't continue. Stop there. Loom only the double looped bands. I did this differently on my prototype, but I didn't like the way the mouth opened. So stop there, don't continue. But I do have to count for this one. And this one will be there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's correct. Stick your hook through. I'm second guessing myself. Don't do that, don't do that. No, stick your hook through the bends. We also used 1 double loop bend in the snout with the middle portion of the head. Go behind. Can you guys see this? There is the double loop bend. The set next to it, those are 2 bends. Go behind. Go through these. Through the top 2 and the bottom 2 on the side. Like this. So it's not beneath the eye this time. Like this. We need to stretch this out and attach that around the peg we just loomed up to. Get it around there. But you can loom up if you want immediately. Well, let's do that. So go behind all of those bands. Grab the bottom 2. And we need to loom those over if you can. Obviously, mine are stuck again. I really can't pull them through. It happens to me so often. Loom them over. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So don't go through the bands beneath the eye, but these 2, not 1. These 2 bands. Don't grab the horizontal bands. And those are 3. I don't want 3 bands. Just 2. And those 2. Like this. I need to attach that around this peg. And also loom up on this side. We'll continue looming up. Until this peg. That's it. Also do the same thing on the opposite side. Stop there, don't continue. But we do need to take off some part of the snout, otherwise we cannot attach the top of the head. So take off most of the bottom jaw. Of your rhino. Like this. Can we stretch it far already? No. I'm gonna take it off further. Can we attach it like this? Yeah, I guess we can, but I take it off further anyway. Yeah. Now we can attach those 3 loose ends. I will start with the set in the middle, remove the tying band and get that around the peg in the middle. Push down a bit if needed and loom the last set. Also do this on the sides. Remove the tying band. You need to attach this around the peg onto the side. You can do this at once, but I do this in 2 steps. Make sure those bands aren't completely twisted. And around the peg. And grab the bottom 2. Loom over. And that's it. The last set. Stick your hook through those bands. Remove the tying band. Also get these around the peg on the side. But on the opposite side, of course. Ouch. Go behind all of those bands. Only grab the bottom 2 gray bands and loom over. And this will be your rhino head. Tie off those 3 ends again. And we will be attaching this head to the bracelet. Like this. I'll take this off carefully. Just remove it from your loom. If you can. Yeah. You will have to. I don't have enough looms to just put this aside if my head doesn't want to come off. Yeah, cool. This is way better than my prototype. Yeah. Pull on the tongue a bit so it will come out, but it won't come out too far because that kind of looks weird. Yeah, this is way better than with my prototype. Yeah, well, you can always mold it, squish it, pull on the bands, make them look neat. The ears, yeah, cool. This is way better. So this will be your rhino head, like this, with a tongue inside. We actually could have made this a bit longer, but no, I think it's okay this way. Otherwise it will stick out too far. And it looks kind of weird, I believe. I'm just trying to make that cap end look neat. Yeah, this is way better than my prototype. Yeah, I'm pleased. I hope you guys are too. Well, let's put this aside. We need to make a tail. Yeah, let's do the tail first. This is also something you can adjust yourself. My tail will be medium long. Some rhinos have very short tails without hair, and some have longer tails with hair. I'm doing a tail with hair, but it's medium size. Take 2 gray bands, place them here. 2 bands again. 2 more. Am I doing this correctly? Yes. Now take a single gray band, double loop it. And double loop another gray band. Another gray band. I believe 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4 times with gray. Then grab a black band, double loop it. This will be the hair. Then grab 2 black bands and 2 more black bands. Yeah. I can't read my own handwriting. Yeah, 3. Now grab a single black band, cap off the bottom, but looping this around 3 times. So this will be a loose cap band. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah, this is the tail, and you can decide yourself if you don't want the tail to have a, well, some sort of hairy. No, you can leave this and actually use only double loop gray bands. Then there will be no hair attached to the tail. You can decide yourself what you like. Simply loom up all of these bands. And this will be the tail. We're also gonna attach this to the bracelet, of course. You can decide the length yourself. I'm just showing you guys a way, not the way, so you can create your own rhino out of this. You can alter my design if you like. So this will be the tail. Store this on a toothpick or a hook. It's not too long, but it's not that tiny either. So this will be the tail. Now I will be making legs to attach to the bracelet. If you want to use another technique so you can make your bracelet adjustable, just click the link below in this description. I have a link to my how to make your 3D bracelet adjustable tutorial. So just click that and then decide which technique you want to use. I will be creating 4 legs to attach to each corner of the bracelet. So take 2 gray bands, take 2 more gray bands, 2 again, 2 again, and I believe 2 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Take 2 white bands, place them there, and we need to cap off the bottom of this leg with a single white band by wrapping it around 3 times. And that's it. You need to create 4 if you are using this technique. If you want to make your bracelet adjustable, you can attach these legs in the desired length after we loom the bracelet, so you don't have to attach the legs like if you use that technique. So create 4 of those. I already did 3. So create 3 more. And then we can do the bracelet. Yeah, we can. Yeah. So, let's do the bracelet now. I will be using 5 rows. You can do this on 3 rows if you want to. But your bracelet will be very small, but also will be cute. So it's up to you if you like 5 rows or 3 or even 4. 4 is possible too, of course. So you can decide yourself how wide you want your bracelet to be. This is quite simple and easy to do, but I like a nice thick and sturdy bracelet around my wrist. We will be using 2 bands all the time. First we go up from this corner to the top with 2 bands, like this. And then we need to fill all the rows with 2 bands. Quite simple. No rocket science, but nice and sturdy. Now we need to fill all of those rows with 2 bands, so you can pause me now and skip when you're done. Unless you want to watch me do this and hear me say things. I leave that up to you guys. Most of the time I do talk about what I will be doing next. All 2 bands, simply fill all the rows in order. Very simple, just continue with 2 bands at a time. I shared all my prizes I won with my children, by the way. And they're happy, so that makes me a happy mommy. when my kids are happy. The second row, 2 bends all the time. Just go and fill your loom with 2 bends at a time. Try to put them on so the bends aren't twisted. And they look neat. I think I will do my miniature dashhound, my whole miniature dashhound next. But I'm not completely sure. My kids have a holiday, of course, now they have vacation for 2 weeks, so I don't know if I have the concentration to adjust my design these weeks. I don't know. But then again, we'll all be celebrating these 2 weeks. So I guess we'll be with family and have our own parties. And I guess we aren't looming then, but I will try to do my whole miniature dashhound next. I also want to work on a Scrat from Ice Age and maybe some other figures out of that movie. But that does take me a little more time than a week to design, so I will really have to think about that and well, create a design that's in proportion, because I want to make whole ones and maybe do bracelets too. I don't know yet. Maybe I will start with Ice Age bracelets and make whole Ice Age figures after that. I can do that too. I will have to think about it, guys, but I really want to try, because I do think, well, especially Scrat, I love that squirrel with his nut. That's really perfect. So I will definitely try him. So that's something to look forward to. And of course I will keep making bracelets. To be honest, I love to make these bracelets. They're cute, especially for children. It's really awesome. And it's relaxing to make them, because they aren't that complex. But creating the bracelet is, well, easy. It's just looming. But I do think these 3D bracelets are awesome. All of them. Well, anyway. Are you guys done already? I'm not. Almost. Simply fill all the loom, all the rows, with 2 bands at a time. I also want to try other dog breeds. First I will do bracelets and then whole miniature dogs. It's more easy for me to create them afterwards. I did the head. It's the most tricky part, the head, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm getting there. Is this thing still recording? Yes, it is. Almost there. Now we need to go up, just like we did in the beginning. But now we're doing this from this corner to that corner. 2 bends, also with 2 bends. Place them going upwards. Now 2 bands at a time, like this. Now we're going to place the horizontal bands also with 2 bands stretched across all of these 5 pegs. Make sure your loom won't collapse. This can happen. If you're doing this with 4 or 3 rows, still use 2 bands and stretch them across all of those pegs. If you use 3 rows, this won't be as tight as doing this with 5, but also will be cute and will save some bands, so your choice. Stretch them across all of those pegs, 2 bands all the time. And yeah. And the last 2 bands. Well, I'm going to start with the tail. Attaching the tail, it needs to be on the 7th peg. That will be the middle of your loom. I'm pushing this down a bit. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it's better while looming when those horizontal bands are down. No, the tail first. Grab your tail. We need to attach that on the 7th peg on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This peg. You should have 6 pegs on both sides of the tail. You can check yourself that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is correct. This is the middle of your loom. Now turn your loom. Grab your rhino head. Go through the set in the middle. You can leave the tying band, but I will remove it so I'm sure I have all of those loops around my hook. So this is the set in the middle. You need to attach the rhino head right side up, so it's kind of looking at you, and attach the middle set onto the opposite peg of the tail. This is also the middle, of course, of the other side of your loom. Now go through the sides and simply attach those to the pegs next to. Oh my gosh, this one is tight. Well, that happens if you reuse your bands. And they will get stretched out. They will be tight. Well, it's gone. You can always cut them if you really need to. Attach these bands onto the peg next to, if they want. Like this, just follow me. I can chat for ages, of course, but you can see what I'm doing, so sometimes I forget that. I'm explaining way too much. Are they all on there? Yeah, they are. Now go through the last set, also attach that. That went better. So it should look like this now. The rhino head attached. Oh, this is awesome. And the tail attached. Now the legs, because I'm using the technique, because I already know my size of the size of my wrist, simply attach those legs onto each corner. Very simple. Just place them onto each corner. That's it. And if you're using the other technique, you only need to place a cap band onto this peg and not a leg. Then you can attach the right size of the legs afterwards. One more leg for me. Try to place this as neat as you can, especially onto this corner. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, I went off screen, I believe, or not. I can't see that while I'm looming, because then I won't be looking at my screen. That's better. Well, not completely. Yeah, now it's okay. Well, we can start looming now. Starting this corner, you will have a cap in there or a leg. Grab the first two bands you come across. We need to loom sideways now. This might look kind of weird, but this is necessary to seal the bracelet onto the side. Simply continue looming sideways. We need to do this 4 times. Grab the first two bands you come across and loom in that direction. Push down if you need to. Now we can loom up all these rows. Simply loom up the entire loom. But be careful. But be careful. Is that good English? I don't know. Be careful when you go past the head. Make sure you go behind your horizontal bands and all of the bands from the head. Just pull them aside and loom. And then continue looming up. Oh wow. 3 times, what? 4 times in a row. Like this. Then you can do the second row. And simply loom up the entire row. Nothing special needs to be added here. Simply loom up. And the third row. And that's only one. You can feel that immediately if you have 1 or 2 bands onto your hook. And that's the third row. Now the fourth. Simply loom up the entire thing. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm simply looming up the entire rows. I'm not doing anything special yet. but I will tell you in a second when I loom the last row completely to the top. That's all I'm doing. Oh gosh, I need to hurry. My loom is curving in. I don't want it to collapse. Simply looming up the entire rows. I'm not doing anything special. Go behind your horizontal band and the bands of the tail. Then loom over. And continue till you reach that leg into the corner. Like this. We loomed up to this corner now. Everything is loomed. You might want to check yourself. All need to be droplets. Well, the shape of a droplet. But I guess I got them all. Now turn your loom. Like this. Oh, don't turn it like this. No, go behind this leg in the corner. Grab the bottom two bands and loom sideways again. Just like we did on the opposite side in the beginning. Now make sure you go behind all the bands and grab the bottom two bands and do this again. Loom to the side and again. And we need to do this one more time. So go behind all the bands, only grab the bottom two and loom sideways like this until you reach this corner. Now we need to tie off this corner. You can use one band, but because there are so many bands onto that peg, I am using 2 gray bands at a time instead of 1. So I can make sure this will stick together. So get 2 bands through, get them onto your hook. You need to make a slip knot onto this corner. You need to pull tight, not too tight, but make sure it will stay. We will hide those bands later into the bracelet, of course. Like this. Now remove your Rhino bracelet from your loom. That's all I'm doing now. I'm not going to do something strange or anything else to the bracelet. Simply remove this from your loom. And be careful when you do the head. When you remove the head from the loom, it would be a waste if a band snaps there. I need some water. I'm sorry. And like this. Continue removing the bracelet from your loom. You're really not gonna believe what I'm gonna say now. I don't know if you guys still remember my youngest son need to go to the hospital because he has gotten some fluid in his eye that's in those glow sticks. Well, one of my other sons, we went out for dinner with my whole family, and one of my other sons fell on the back of his head. And he wasn't even crying or screaming, but he just told us, "Mommy, Daddy, blood, blood." Well, I was quite frightened, and well, there was a lot of blood. He had a well, quite large hole in his head. Nothing serious, but indeed a lot of blood. So we need to go to well, the hospital again. So they use glue to well, put the flesh on his head together. He's okay now. He wasn't unconscious or anything, so he's okay, but he was scared, and so were we. But instead of a dessert, well, my son needed to go to the hospital and get his head stitched back together, so well, he's fine now. You have that with boys into your family. All of the people were shocked into the restaurant, but that's okay. He's fine now, fortunately. But these things seem to happen a lot here. I don't know why, but I guess just because they're boys. Anyway, I'm hiding those 2 bands into the bracelet. You hide those 2 bands onto the side you will wear around your wrist. You simply weave them through a bit until you're pleased with hiding those bands. Like this. And there is your... Oh my gosh, this is cute. You look fierce. Oh my gosh, this really is... Yeah, this looks cool. This does look cool. Like this, I will remove my loom. We don't need it anymore. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is cool. Like it. Grab your 2 S-clips. You will also need to do this if you use my other technique. Then you also need to attach S-clips. I'll simply attach those onto the capping bands. Make sure you have all 3 of the bands, of the capping bands. Well, there are 3 loops around your S-clip. Oh gosh. Sometimes I really need to think about what I'm saying. But if I will do my tutorials in Dutch, well, I guess a lot of you aren't able to follow. So I'll just keep trying to improve my English. Well, this is the Rhino bracelet. This will fit around my wrist, of course. Oh my gosh, cute. Awesome. Cool. A Rhino bracelet. This is really awesome. Wonderful. I like it. I hope you guys like this Rhino bracelet too. Please show me pictures if you create this bracelet. Just post them on my page on Facebook or on Instagram. Simply, well, I'm also called Loombicious on Instagram, so you can write my name there and say, write down @Loombicious or #Loombicious if you like, and just post pictures. Yeah, this is awesome. I really am proud on this one. Looks cute. Just like, subscribe, share, and well, make sure you do that so I can make more tutorials and design other things. So just do that, and please post some pictures on my page. I would love that. Guys, I hope you have fun creating this Rhino bracelet. And I will see you in my next tutorial. Thank you. Bye bye.